The same day that this video is posted is the same day that we're filming this clip right now. It's just a couple hours beforehand. Right now we have a brand new 2023 YZ450F giveaway open, 200 spots total, and there's about 130 left. So $85 and you can win this dirt bike right here. First place takes home the dirt bike or $6,000. You know, that would be a direct wire transfer into your bank account. Maybe if you don't really care about dirt bikes, more into the ATVs or Banshees, well, it's a little bit of motivation for you to get entered to win. Second place takes home $250, third place $150, fourth place $100, fifth place a free entry into the next giveaway, which chances are is gonna be another Bonzi Garage Banshee, no different from any of the ATVs that you see on this channel. Yeah, so brand new 2023, straight off the lot, 0 hours from a dealership into the Bonzi Garage, which could now be in your hands for just $85. So don't waste any time. Go to our Instagram, any post about this dirt bike, you just click the description. It's very straightforward. Brand new dirt bike, and it could be yours. Summertime is here, and it's a nice machine. So get involved.
Okay, we poppin' champagne like we won a championship game. Look like I got on a championship ring. Cause I ball hard. Notice me ball harder. I am the Birdman. I am Big Aura. Okay, start with straight shots and then pop bottles. Pour it on the models. Shut up, bitch, swallow. If you can't swallow, shut up, bitch, goggle. Straight up out that water with my Mark Jacob goggle.
What the hell is this? What do you got there?
This is your car?
My car? I said a 10-second car, not a 10-minute car.
You could push this across the finish line or tow it.
Couldn't even tow that across the finish line.
No faith.
Oh, I have faith in you, but this isn't a junkyard, this is a garage.
Hey, pop the hood.
Pop the hood?
Pop the hood.
2JZ engine, no shit.
And what did I tell you?
I retract my previous statement.
You know what? This will decimate all after. You put about 15 grand in it or more if we have to. Overnight parts from Japan.
I race against time, I can't stop. Running through the red light, living my life. Even if I'm getting too high, I'ma keep running through the red light. In my race against time, I can't stop. Running through the red light, living my life. Even if I'm getting too high, I'ma keep running through the red light.
So today we have probably one of the rustiest pieces of shit to ever. Actually, there's probably been some pretty questionable Banshees that have been in here before. This has gotta be the fucking rustiest one. This is the cheapest Banshee that I ever bought. I came across this the other day randomly. It was just thrown at me. I went into the powder coat shop. Someone had seen a Banshee laying around in the ground. That was one of mine. I was like, do you know anybody that wants to buy a Banshee? And then here we are with one of the rustiest Banshees that I've ever seen. So this is gonna be really fun. This Banshee we're gonna be turning into a replica of like the Toyota Supra from Fast and Furious. And if you've seen that movie before, you know that I guess Brian, you know, has a Toyota Supra delivered that's like burnt, totaled, and it was red. So here's the red piece of shit that we're gonna turn into the orange Supra. I already have the cylinders powdered, bored and honed. We're gonna try and flip this around in about a week and a half, but it all starts here. This is what majority of them look like. I've been trying to buy them, not as bad as this, but when they come like this and the price is right, I mean, you really can't deny it. It actually came with headlights, which you'll see in a second, but I took those off because I'm getting them painted to match the orange plastic. So here are the grills and the bulbs, the lenses. I'm gonna try and bring these back to life. Thankfully, you know, no bent frame. It doesn't even look like anybody's ever, like there's very minimal scratches on the bar, which is a huge plus. Questionable, they got fucking anal beads inside of the fucking exhaust, but it doesn't make sense because I mean, it looks like this thing has been underwater for the past 20 years. So these plastics, they are the original plastics, which is pretty cool. You can see they got stitches on them. These plastics you could probably bring back to life, but I'm not gonna sit there and do that, but I will show you how you can do it. Little life hack from the Bonzi Garage right here. Pretty much all you need is a heat gun and a lot of fucking time. You can bring these back. So we'll put this on 7. We'll bring this whole side piece back to life. Obviously, if you wet sand them and polish them, it's gonna be way better, but you gotta be careful though. You could easily burn them. I don't give a shit about these, so I got it on the highest setting. All right, so that right there is how you can bring your shitty fucking plastics back to life. Do I recommend it? I mean, sure, if you're trying to budget and save money, or you just have a beater that you don't really care about and you want to clean it up a little bit, there you go. But this one's gonna be really cool because this is one of my favorite movies growing up. I love the Toyota Supra. When I get a car one day, that's gonna be the car. I'm gonna try and replicate that into a fucking Banshee. So I have somebody making custom graphics. I need that guy with the fucking arm right here on the side. 94 style graphics, just changing the colors to that green that is like blotchy in the back of the car. It's gonna be really good. Doing orange cylinders, probably black springs. I ordered some like green coolant lines that I think will, you know, make it stand out. And I'm gonna show you the bottom because at the end, we'll show you when it's looking brand new, but she's really, really rusty. Every bolt is so fucking rusted and corroded. The side of the frame is rusted pretty bad too. Some of the stuff is just surface rust, which is easy, but some parts it does look really fucking bad. So we're just praying that we don't gotta do any fab work. That's the main goal here. Everything else is definitely been brought back to life. It's got all OEM electrical, which is a plus. That's always a huge plus. This is that, you know, Banshee that you think is worth $10,000 that realistically is worth, you know, $1,000. This is what you got in your garage that you're trying to sell to me for $10,000, and I'm telling you, you're out of your fucking bird, but I will take it for $2,500. So if you got one of these laying around, I'm just kidding, I don't even want to spend $2,500, but if you got something like this laying around, hit us up in the Bonzi garage, because we will come and we will, or we don't even gotta come, we'll send a fucking shipper to come grab it. So we're rolling. Here we go. Roll the fucking montage.
Y'all playing the lose, who's next to wanna ride? Who's spitting how I do, niggas knowing they wanna ride? Rule, baby, I've been really out of control lately. If you relating, let me hear you say, yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all feeling my pain, I've been running while time in the game. Y'all swerving my lane, I pull up and start popping your brain. Knowing these broads' names, extravagant champagne. Y'all niggas is lame, my niggas ain't sane. What you fucking with? Y'all niggas wanna band, they wanna ride. Y'all know them niggas who steady screaming, fuck you.
It's murder, murder, you know it's murder, murder. We screaming, we yelling, we living murder, murder, murder.
Y'all ain't feeling, y'all don't like, y'all know them niggas who steady screaming, fuck you.
It's murder, murder, you know it's murder, murder. We living, we breathing, we screaming murder, murder,
Murder ain't just my
murder.
blood, we'll go through the pain together by any means. We popping and hiding, whoever, or so it seems. Niggas that's getting high, not this high, nigga very high. See it in your eyes, niggas ready to die. But as long as I'm alive, I'm putting this on my life. For niggas that ain't
3GG001119. This is Banshee number 1119. Isn't that pretty crazy? We weren't even thought about yet. Where we at?
63. Stop with the kid. Out of here. I knew it.
63.71.
You got a whole lot of life.
He's got a whole lot of life left. You ain't kidding. See that right there? That's a good sign.
my Park City hustlers. All my hood slimmies and proud of mommy. See how we fall up in the clubs. Nothing but love. Plenty bottles of skimmy, twisted and sticky bud, and it's 50-50 love. All across the board, dog. Gully, respect Gully.
So the older style motors like this one, I want to say from like the first Banshee to 90, that's when they started switching up shit. The calipers, the fucking A-arms, everything. They came with plugs in the motor. So you got to be careful. Most times, you know, I degrease the motor and then I throw it into the oven at powder coat so it dries up, and then I'll sandblast it. I found that out the hard way because these fucking melted. I don't even know if you can still get these OEM. I'm sure there's some sort of like aftermarket, you know, replica, but something to keep in mind, there are plugs here. Those go right into the motor. So you can see the fucking transmission right from up top.
broad dog. Get out of my character when you back it up. But after some good performance, I had to get up on it. Ma, I give it how you want it. Make you a new lady. Poker open up crazy now. All day she two-way me. Typing shit like ooh baby. Everything you do is gravy. And models I'm hitting lately. So all you can do is hate me. Stare me down and screw face. Hype your man up to lace me. Come on, no y'all.
Full day yesterday stripping this thing down. Honestly, I thought it was going to be way worse because of the condition that it's in. Obviously, it's very, very rusty and shit just fucking fuses together. But you've seen how that axle came out, which I was so surprised. Every fucking Banshee is just like, it's hit or miss. Sometimes it could just fucking come out with a glob of fucking grease, which is like the nastiest shit, but it's just amazing because you don't have to worry about having to fucking put it in a press. But this one, even though it was rusty, came right apart, which is sick. So a lot of shit here. All this goes to powder, all this goes to zinc. The frame is, even though it's rusty, it's probably one of the best that I've had in a long time. Not bent at all. The only downfall is 2 of the holes, they had broken bolts in them, so we had to drill them out. And then when we get it back from powder, probably do a helicoil instead of doing it now. And then, God forbid they fuck it up and powder gets in there, I'm not gonna be able to tap that. So original 89, the motor, we're still fucking struggling with it, but that's still on the stock bore, which is sick, so it has a lot more life to it. Probably would have started, I didn't even try it, to be honest. When I originally, picked it up, I kicked it over like maybe twice, and I just felt that the compression was really low, but it could be just because it was sitting for so long, and that probably would have built up. Who knows? It is what it is. It's completely apart now, but we're gonna bring this all to powder, zinc, and then within the next couple of weeks, realistically, probably in a week, we'll have everything back, and we'll continue building it.
Knock me, try to stop me from my monopoly. Wait, stop and see what I do next. If you really knew, you'd be scared and stressed. I see your type, all hype for no substance. We bang hard like snares and percussion. You can't intimidate men like me.
This has got to be the fucking nastiest motor that I've worked on yet. I mean, it is so caked over the years. It's probably never cleaned. I mean, you've seen the condition of the Banshee when it came in. Just the motor alone is just a piece of fucking work. If you just throw it in a sandblaster, the fucking media gets full of the grease and then just is a disaster. So you got to degrease it really fucking good. Power wash it, sandblast it, blow it out, vapor hone it, blow it out. It's a long process, but we're gonna go from looking like this to looking more like this with a nice shine finish. Austin realized that there was the air freshener just laying around in the shop, and he came with a very strategic idea to keep the aroma fresh on this beautiful fresh Banshee. We gotta let that shit marinate for the next couple of days as we build this thing. Oh my God, that shit is busting, dude. You remember how this fucking thing came in? Yeah. Look at it. Not bad for a rusty piece of shit. I mean, hands down, the rustiest fucking frame that ever made its way into this goddamn garage, and it looks fucking beautiful. Honestly, I was expecting like shit to just rot and crumble. Peter said it fucking all came off super easy, and here it is. The transformation already is just fucking beautiful, and now I got all the parts back to life right here. Some shit I just started pre-assembling last night. It took me a little bit. I never rebuilt the front calipers on the older years, but I rebuilt them. I got those powder coated, and then I had some of the parts zinced, so it looks really, really good. The hubs I got vapor honed. The steering knuckle is obviously powder coated, and then here are the rear hubs. Those are zinced as well. Even did the brake lines. So these brake lines are different for the older years, and they kind of just have like a little plug like that. But my God, from that rusty piece of shit, this looks like beautiful. Even the headlights, I got those mounts zinced as well. These were super, super rusty. And then the actual headlight covers that were red are gonna now be orange because we're doing the Toyota Supra build. And before I go any further, hold on, stay right there. Green coolant lines with the orange cylinders, and the studs are zinced, that yellow zinc, so it looks really, really nice. The best part about this Banshee is the graphics kit. I got a custom graphics kit made, and I had that logo that's on the side of the car recreated. So this whole graphics kit cost me $300 roughly, which is the most expensive graphic kit that I bought yet. And I had the Supra logo turned into the Bonzi Garage logo. And the plastic should be arriving today with a whole bunch of other parts. I'm gonna be running the DMC 2-to-1 exhaust. I'm gonna do the YFZ 450 throttle. Everybody that wheelies these things, they want the YFZ 450 throttle. Lighter on the finger, and you don't get that crazy of an arm pump. Brand new master cylinder, brand new air filter, clutch cable. This is for the stator side cover, which I got a brand new one, circle insert. Rims and tires, got those in the car. I gotta go laser engrave those later on tonight. I gotta fucking, Jesus Christ, there's so much shit that I gotta do. The idea is to get it done by Friday, but I might go ahead and build this by myself, depending on how far we get today. We got a lot of work to do. Showtime, baby, showtime. I think first off, we gotta start by ripping off the little tree. Oh my God. Throw this in your fucking pocket because you smell like shit. Last night after Austin left, I continued and I built the entire motor. That way we have a little bit more time. Mounted the coils onto the springs. Turns out I'm a fucking asshole. I powdered 89 style springs and they don't fit on the newer style springs. So I couldn't use that, you know, metallic black that I really wanted to. So I was a little upset. So we got a regular satin black on here. We got these set up. We're gonna throw these in there, throw the motor in there. We gotta build the carrier set up, put the axle in it, the bearings, the sprocket, the rear brake rotor, and the hub. Motor came out awesome. It's loud with these two colors, the orange, the green. Got the OEM crossover tube, brand new boots, brand new tube. Cylinders are powder coated, freshly bored to a 64.5. All new gaskets, new side cover gasket, new sprocket. The shifters powder coated, brand new rubber. Did a brand new clutch basket. Swing it over to this side. Brand new circle insert. This is powder coated, brand new water pump cover. Had this Mod Quad dipstick laying around, so I polished that. It looks really good. All zinc bolts, all zinc studs. New clutch arm, new clutches. Came in looking like shit, and the motherfucker's gonna look brand new. But we still got a lot of work to do. Week we've been banging through this fucking thing. We didn't really talk about it much. I just wanted to get it done before the end of the week. You know, the engine for this one I had to build off camera just because I wanted to get it done before Friday. Fortunately, there were no leaks, so you know, that saved a lot of stress. And the next day, you know, we started assembling it and then the motor was ready. We threw it in and then boom, 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 boom. We just got through the entire thing. But I feel like this was just a perfect opportunity to do this build because this is something that I've been thinking about for a while. I take inspiration from a lot of things, and you know, this movie is a childhood classic, and you know, I can make it really dope because I got it for a really low price point. So I'm gonna buy as much as I possibly can that's brand new. So brand new grips, YZ450 thumb throttle, master cylinder in the front, the cap, the key cover, That's billet with the Bonzi Garage logo on it. Brand new OEM key, brand new OEM handlebars, brand new OEM grips, brand new on and off switch, brand new clutch perch and lever, brand new clutch cable, the Tours Delete cable, the whole Tours Delete eliminator kit. You know, moving on to the motor, the cylinders, the head, those were powder coated, and then the cylinders were bored and honed to a 64.5. So we reused those. Brand new boots, brand new crossover tube, brand new clutch cover, water pump cover, water pump, the brand new kicker rebuild kit. On the inside, brand new clutches, brand new clutch basket, brand new lock washers. Pretty much every motor I replaced those. Stator side cover is brand new. The gasket is brand new. The sprocket is brand new. The lock washer for the sprocket is brand new. The shifter is brand new. The gas tank was on this one. The plastic mounts were stripped, or there was something like plugged in one of them, so I tossed that, got a new tank, or actually got a used tank, realized that it was an aftermarket petcock, so I had to overnight an OEM petcock, so that's brand new seat, you know, my custom Bonzi Garage bar. The pipes, they look new, so the last owner only used those for about like 5 times, and then when they arrived here, I just polished them up quick and they look almost brand new. The master cylinder was cooked, so I got another one of those, OEM, the tube, and even the reservoir. This is a used reservoir that I've had here, but the other one was cracked, so it was leaking down, and you know, it was leaking down the line, so we had to replace that. Moving towards the front, I reused the A-arms. The shocks are brand new. The lines I recycled as well. Brand new tie rods. The calipers I had to recycle as well. From 87 to 90, it's a different caliper. It's actually a different steering knuckle and hub as well. Then I had all this stuff zinc. So like the hub shield, the hub guard, and this plate here that connects the steering knuckle, the caliper, and the guard together. Front bumper is brand new. The headlights, they're the same OEM headlights. I just had those painted. I try to have them matched to these plastics, but I didn't have the plastics at the time. So I sent the painter the photo of the plastics. They're a little off. It's not that bad because it matches perfectly to the cylinders and the cylinder head, which those are powder and this is paint. So it could have been worse. Now the graphics I had custom made. We recreated this, which is the logo on the side of the car. And then the rear graphics are actually from a 94 now. I believe it's like 93 it starts with like the splatter all the way up to like 97, maybe even 99. I'm not too sure, but it works perfect because the car has a splatter in the rear as well. So I had the ones for the front, but it's just overkill. And then the tires, these are Duro street tires. They're low profile. So I think I got 19 by 6 by 10 in the front and then 18 by 10 by 10 in the rear. And I always run DWT 10-inch rims. Any build that you see is 10-inch rims. A lot of people always asking, what rims are you running? What tires are you running? It's either these Duros or another set of like knobby tires that come in low profile. So whenever those are sold out, I'll run these, but I like to keep that shit on stock. So if you don't see them on eBay, chances are I'm the person that is buying them all, and that's why you can't get them. The transformation on this one, how it came in and how it looks now is like night and day. This is a dealership machine. I could easily bring this to a dealership right now, put a fucking price tag on it, and that is the goal. You know, one day I'm gonna have that Bonzi Garage storefront, but as of now, we're building them one by one. I like to be consistent with it. We're a little bit behind on, you know, the videos, so chances are you're watching this on YouTube 3 weeks later, so you gotta tap in with the other social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok. I'm gonna be making a Facebook soon because, you know, you could win a machine like this. Someone's gonna win this for $90. It's almost sold out. We opened it on Friday. It's now Monday. I got about 40 spots left. Chances are it's gonna sell out today, and someone's gonna take it home for $90, which, you know, you can't beat. We're gonna with it in the garage a little bit. I already, you know, synced the carb, synced the idle, started it up, you know, let it run for a little bit, but now we gotta go test it and make sure that everything is A1. So, you know, when it does sell out within the next couple of hours, if not tomorrow, you know, the person could come and get it and it's off to its new owner. That's it. It's very similar to the Toomey setup with this exhaust. So on their website, they have like a little form and they tell you what to use. It's 280, it's on the stock jets. You have it in the middle clip. And then I put a 27.5 pilot jet. So that is hitting pretty good. And I haven't read the plugs yet, but we'll see. All right, so here's the sound test on the Fast and Furious inspired Banshee. It was only right to do the 2-to-1 exhaust considering the Supra has one exhaust. So we got the DMC 916. This is the first time that I've ever used this exhaust. To be quite honest with you guys, I like it better than the Toomey. I'm stuck in between the new big gun exhaust and this one, but here it is. roller. Second gear. Maybe we'll do a bunch of different rollers. First gear, second gear, third gear. Third gear. I think overall this shit fucking slaps. Every single gear, no lag, no sputter. She's ready to go. She sounds good, she rides good. What we'll do is we'll go back to the shop. I'll pop the plugs since we just ripped it pretty much in every single gear. See what those look like, adjust the front brakes, and then tighten the chain, and she's ready to go. Oh yeah, one thing I totally forgot to mention before. When I was laser engraving the caliper, I didn't realize that I was doing it upside down, and I did the and I was like, damn, now I'm gonna have to get this thing completely repowdered. And I had built the whole entire caliper at that point, so I would have had to strip everything down. So I just did the U, and we're running it upside down, so it says you upside down, but I think it's kind of funny. Yeah, she's good. She's ready to go. That's the 1989 Fast and Furious inspired Banshee, from a piece of shit to a brand new machine, just like that.